Hi guys, in this video we are going to be solving a nice math Olympiad question. Without further delay, let us begin. Solution. We have x to the power of 2 minus x to the power of 3 equal to 80. The first thing we are going to do is to move this 80 to the left side. So that will be x to the power of 2 minus x to the power of 3 minus 80 equal to 0. This means that x to the power of 2 minus x to the power of 3 minus 80 could be written as 16 plus 64 equal to 0. Let's continue. This means that x to the power of 2 minus x to the power of 3 minus 16 could be written as 4 to the power of 2 plus, we can also write 64 as 4 to the power of 3 equal to 0. This means that x to the power of 2 minus x to the power of 3 minus times 4 square, that is minus 4 square, minus times 4 cube, that is minus 4 cube, equal to 0. Let's proceed further. Now, let us rearrange this equation. This means that x to the power of 2 minus 4 to the power of 2 minus x to the power of 3 minus 4 to the power of 3 equal to 0. I can put these two guys in brackets. So that will be x to the power of 2 minus 4 to the power of 2. Now, to put these two guys in brackets, we need to factor out the negative sign. So that will be minus into x to the power of 3 plus 4 to the power of 3 equal to 0. Let's continue. At this stage, we need to recall some algebraic properties. The first one is difference of two square. A square minus b square is equal to a plus b times a minus b. The second property that we need to record is sum of two cubes. It says a to the power of 3 plus b to the power of 3 is equal to a plus b times a square minus ab plus b square. So take note of these two beautiful properties, very important. Now, applying this first property to this guy, we're gonna have x plus 4 times x minus 4 minus, now applying this second property to this guy, we're gonna have x plus 4 times s square minus 4x plus 4 square. But 4 square is what? That is 16 equal to 0. Let's continue. You will see that x plus 4 is common. We can factor it out. So that will be x plus 4 into x minus 4 minus s square minus 4x plus 16, put the square brackets, equal to 0. Let's continue. X plus 4, let's drop these square brackets now. So we have x minus 4 minus times s square, that is minus x squared, minus times minus 4x plus 4x, minus times 16 minus 16 equal to 0. Let's continue. X plus 4 times. Now, let's add the terms that are common. First, let us write this minus x squared. So add x plus 4x, that is 5x, minus 6, minus 4 rather, minus 16, that is minus 20, equal to 0. Let's proceed further. This means that x plus 4 is equal to 0, or minus x squared plus 5x minus 20 is equal to 0. From this line, it is obvious if we move 4 to the right hand side, x is equal to minus 4. This is the first solution. Now, let us consider this quadratic equation. First, multiply through by minus 1. Minus 1 times minus s squared, that is s squared, minus 1 times 5x minus 5x, minus 1 times minus 20 plus 20 equal to 0. So, we can now solve this equation using quadratic formula, which is x equal to minus b plus or minus square root of b square minus 4 times a times c, all divided by 2 times a. From this equation, it is obvious a is equals to 1. That's the coefficient of s squared, 1. B is equals to minus 5, coefficient of x. Y c is equals to 20, the constant. Let's proceed further. What we have to do now is to substitute all these values into the right hand side. Minus, what is b? B is minus 5. Minus 5 plus or minus square root of b squared, that will be minus 5 all squared minus 4 into a is 1, into c is 20, all divided by 2 into, what is a? A is simply 1. So we have 1. Let's continue. X equal to minus times minus 5, that is 5, plus or minus the square root of minus 5 all squared, that is minus 5 times minus 5, which is 25, minus 4 times 1, that is 4, times 20, that is 80, all divided by 2 times 1, 2. Let's continue. X equal to 5 plus or minus square root of 25 minus 80, that is minus 5, everything divided by 2. Let's proceed further. S equal to 5 plus or minus. I can rewrite square root of minus 55 as square root of 55 times square root of negative 1. Everything divided by what? 2. So, x equal to 5 plus or minus square root of 55. But recall that from the complex number, we know that square root of negative 1 is equals to I. So we have to replace this square root of minus 1 with I. So we have I here, all divided by 2. This in turn gives x equal to, considering a positive sign, we have 5 plus square root of 55I over 2, or x equals to, considering the negative sign, we have 5 minus square root of 55I, all divided by 2. This is another set of solutions, two complex solutions, 5 plus square root of 55I divided by 2 and 5 minus square root of 55I divided by 2. So that means all the solutions that we have for this math Olympiad question are, therefore, the first solution is x equals to minus 4. That's the first solution we obtained. Let's call it x1. The second solution is x equals to this guy, 5 plus square root of 55I, all divided by 2. This is the second solution. Let's call it x2. And the last but not the least, s equals to the third solution, that is 5 minus square root of 55I divided by 2. Let's call it x3. You will see that we have 3 distinct solutions for this math Olympiad question, 1 real solutions and 2 complex solutions.